Gaffer, back to league action. It feels like we're going from competition to competition at the moment, but Oxford United provide the opposition on Saturday and they're starting to pick up after a slow start.
Yeah, very much so. Listen, this is our bread and butter competition. This is the main priority, the main focus, the main call it what you like. And we have a good side coming here on Saturday, a good team that didn't start so well. Combinations and reasons for that. You know, if you lose your best players, and Carl had 4 or 5 of them in the treatment room, but gradually now they're back. They had a wonderful performance at Plymouth. I've watched most of that back, and they'll come here and they'll play in the way that Carl's teams do, in a particular way and style, and they're in good form results wise. So we need to be ready.
Yeah, you've played Oxford a couple of times in behind closed doors games for fringe players and players to try and work their way in, and I guess you saw a lot of those players working their way back to fitness in those kind of fixtures, so you know all about what they can provide.
I know them anyway. You know them as you go around watching games. I think any manager that takes pride in the job they do spends half their evenings out watching football, and obviously if League One players are playing, you're watching. So we're well aware of a lot of them. And you know, back in the summer, I think when the chairman came in and appointed Carl at the back end of it, and then they got the summer campaign going with who they signed, everyone said challenger straight away. I was one of them, and I know Carl was hot together part of the season. He took some stick, but I'm one of those managers that I told him when we recently met. It was brilliant that he turned it around, because it proves he was the right appointment at the time.
And a long journey this week to Exeter. Obviously came away with a very comfortable victory. Could have been a lot more on the night. And some of those players that perhaps haven't had football, Conor O'Malley, obviously George Cooper, and it's clearly out of my head who the other one was. But those sort of players will give you the opportunity to push you for selection now.
Jason Cummings.
I knew that.
Yeah. Listen, we could have made more changes, but I think I've said it and I've gone on record. You told me on the Sunday how many were travelling down. The costs of that travel as well, Phil, that you told me about, and I thought, the minimum we can do is win a cup tie. The minimum we can do is do our best to win a cup tie. So we broke it down, and we also wanted to take away a bad 5 or 6 minutes from the previous Saturday. The previous 85 minutes, or the 85 in total, if you like, of the rest of the game was very good, as good as we played. And there's nothing like winning football matches when you're going to spend 4 or 5 hours on a coach on the way home. And our supporters, you know, deserved that, the ones that travelled down, and I applaud every one of them.
Clean sheet for Conor O'Malley. He's pushing now for a starting berth. Is that a difficult decision for you at the minute?
Difficult for Saturday. You know, we made a decision back in the summer. It really was that close, and what led us to going with Aaron was just the fact that Conor had a wee slight strain in his thigh, and he missed 8 or 9 days at the back end of pre-season, so it allowed Aaron to gain that shirt. Played 2 or 3 quick games, so he got the shirt, and he's done particularly well. Aaron, he's done particularly well, but like every position in the pitch, we need competition. And in the last 2.5 weeks, you know, Connor's came to life. He shook off his knocks and his injuries. He's got a run of quick games now with the checker trade and closed door games, and I think he was outstanding at Exeter with not a lot to do, but everything he did very well.
Yeah, and in terms of this Saturday, obviously it's the start of a busy period, festive period. Games will come thick and fast. Obviously, when you get to the end of sort of December, early part of January, you've probably played 6, 7, 8 games. So you're looking back and you want to be in a position where you are now, fighting at the top end of the table going into January.
Oh, if you offered me the position now, you know, first week in January we go back to league fixture. Or the first week in January we're the first day of January, is it? We're here at home to Scunthorpe, and if you say now the points differential and everything's the same in the table, you've got more matches played, and we're now playing Scunthorpe this afternoon, we'd love it. You know, it's a good position to be in. This is a new group that's overachieving versus what everyone told us we would be. But when you win matches comes expectation. When I walk into a football club comes expectation, and we can all walk against that expectation, but we need people to walk with us. I think the Posh fans have been great, to be fair. They've put up with average home form at best. Better recently, performances better recently, but seeing the team competing for promotion, we need to be there in January. January is a pivotal time where our chairman will be in the country anyway. We'll get the opportunity to, which I'm doing every day now, present my ideas and tweaks within the squad, because it is tweaks, and but there will be some freshness. Won't be a lot, but there will be. And some will leave us. That not playing a part. That's just natural evolution. But we need to be stronger and better in the second half of the season if we're to get near that top 2.
Yeah. Team selection wise, anyone struggling with injuries? Anyone giving Ross a hard time at the moment?
No, they're all. I think they're giving him a hard time. All the boys, when you make that trip down, it's not just a trip home. It's the 6 and a bit hours it took us going down because of traffic congestion, etc. But we went early enough, so we still got there in daylight hours. But it's then the journey back, and a lot of the boys in yesterday doing part of the recovery and in today. So listen, they'll be very fresh come Saturday, and we're looking forward to December. We've got some good games, tough games. You know, anyone that says that Shrewsbury away, Barnsley away, Accrington away, they're 3 in December. They're tough, and but we're very good away, aren't we?
And just finally, a word on Peterborough, a man you knew well, obviously, during your time in non-league football in and around the city. There's a minute's applause on Saturday in memory of him. Did wonderful work for the football club, and someone you want to pay tribute to.
Absolutely. I don't think Posh would be the football club it is today hadn't Peter stepped in and give the football club a lot of money and a lot of support and business advice as well. But my first memories of Peter Boyzo was when I get introduced to him briefly at a football match. Briefly, within days, I went off to see him at his hotel in the city and was asking him to sponsor the shirts at Stamford, the club I was manager of at the time. And I'll never forget, he did. He put Silver Link on the middle of those shirts, which was a famous train, I'm told, that the Mr. Boyzo was very keen on all that type of stuff in his life. But more importantly, condolences to his family. Peterborough United in the city of Peterborough has lost a fantastic entrepreneur. He was only ever good, not just to Peterborough United, but many businesses that in this city that I know of that he's helped.